Welcome, everybody. Here we are. Welcome to the Awaken with Sam show. This is Samantha, and felt like coming live here with you guys to share some things, some new updates and upgrades. And for those of you that are inside in my Patreon community, I'll be sharing some more on in the chat. Have a couple of chats there opened for those that are inside the Patreon. Just sharing some new things, new body upgrades, new sensations that I've been feeling as of late. Really interesting. Some of these things I have felt before, but there's always some newness. There's always like something new to each sensation, whether it's like a new, brand new one or it's something that I've experienced before on a new level. So I will be sharing a little bit more of that inside the chat, and I will be sharing also here with you guys, like an overall generic update, what I've been feeling, what I've been seeing, what I've been sensing. Any of you are here live, you're welcome to also share what you guys have been seeing, feeling, observing. There's so much as always. This will continue to be like the forever theme. So much happening, so many deep changes, so many deep new, so many new things, so much newness. We are going to continue to feel a lot of things. And it's important to remember that everything starts within. Everything starts from within your physical body. So when you're starting to feel something inside of the body, let that be a huge celebratory progress. Because when you're feeling something, when you are in the physical reconstruction, that is the biggest upgrade. That is where the reconstruction actually begins. One of the things that came through this morning was actually really interesting. It was kind of like a deepening of feeling of just how separated the mind head is from the body. This is part of the conflict, the battle we have going on, where mind says one thing, mind, linear closed mind believes one thing, and then you have the body that feels something different, something completely opposite. And so you have these opposing forces inside of you that are taking place, that are creating this imbalance, creating the overwhelm, creating the friction, creating the instability that somewhat at some level might paralyze. So really interesting this morning, I woke up, my body was feeling one way and my mind was feeling in another way. And there was literally like this mini conflict going on inside of like, okay, Samantha, like you need to wake up, you need to shake it up. And then the head was like, It's a little longer. Just a little longer. I want to sleep a little longer. And in fact, my body was starting to shake me up. So feet started to shake, legs started to shake. And it was literally like, shake up, gosh, shake up, wake up. Which, by the way, that will be an enormous theme that we will continue to see this year and forevermore. The shake up calls. Okay. There are different levels of shake up calls, there's different levels of wake up calls. From now on, everything is a wake up call. Everything is a continual shaking up, waking up, remembrance on every level. Okay. What is happening right now is when we talk about waking up, okay, there's many different levels to that. This is why the awakening process is a forever on. It does evolve into like the remembrance, but it's an ongoing journey. It's not this, oh, I woke up once and that's it. And then we kind of stay in that comfort zone. No, this is a continual waking up. This is a continual seeing more, feeling more, remembering more. And so there are different levels of the awakening process. We'll go through our awakening, more conscious, mind wakes up, mind opens up, right? Heart also opens up at some level. We have the emotional awakening as well, which starts our emotional clearing process, which also kind of ties into the mental waking up of like a deepening of the mental clearing process. And then the even deeper process is the physical awakening, when your body physically starts to awaken, which is what is happening to every single person on the planet. And it's kind of started in 2020. This halfway point into the decade is going to be another huge leap that started in 2020. So we're going to continually go into a deeper, more expansive, quote unquote, more intense physical body awakening process where every single cell in your body is going to open, is going to be felt, it's going to clear, it's going to expand. And this is not a quote unquote lightly, no pun intended, process, as in you're going to feel it and it's going to be intense and it's going to activate every single fear that you have inside because that's part of the process. That's what's happening. But this is huge, guys. We have not collectively reached that point until now. Even those that have been awake for decades, this is a new process for them too, for us, for all of us. And so it's really important for all of us to continue to be wide open and to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into this. Because the body is going through such an immense process right now that doesn't make any logical sense, doesn't make any linear sense whatsoever. It will defy the laws, the laws of gravity. We do defy the laws of gravity, by the way. It will defy everything that you ever thought, everything you ever accepted, everything you've ever believed at a conscious and unconscious and subconscious level. It will take you deeper than you've ever been. It will be uh, uncomfortable. This is why we have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. It will be more than you probably thought, more than you thought this process was all about. And this is also what trips some of us up, in that the deep physical body ascension process wasn't really known, which means wasn't really shared. So there's a lot of us that are going through this and we're going, what the hell's going on? Nobody really talked about this, which is true. I mean, I'm not going to say nobody, because there are a few people that did, because there were only a few people that have gone through this. In fact, I honestly just know one person that has fully completed and is still evolving, um, but at some level has completed this whole process. So there's still a lot of things that are going on, that we're experiencing, that, we get shaken up a little bit because we haven't fully read, or if we have, it's still a process of, if this is not just a linear mind concept, or of just reading this once. This is about continually opening up your body so that you can start to feel, remember, and know that everything that's happening right now is for your highest good. It is the clearing of all of these old energies, frequencies, um, programs that are going inside of us. The thing is that when we talk about programs, when we talk about, right, old structures, it's something that goes beyond what the linear mind can comprehend. And when the linear mind doesn't know, or what the linear mind doesn't know, it fears, and it feels threatened by it. And all it knows is how to protect, or all it knows is just protection. So it keeps closing off to what's happening. So the biggest thing right now is to continually feel deeper levels of that, so that you're not going against this process. Because at some level we all do. At some level we all are, but we're not fully aware of it. And that's what kind of trips us up to, and continues to make this a little bit harder than what it should. That we're unconsciously resisting and fighting this whole entire process, because our linear mind doesn't fully understand what's going on. So this will intensify. Things are things are speeding up so incredibly fast right now. Okay. The quickening, the acceleration points are going to happen more and more and more. It's going to happen faster and faster and faster. We're kind of on the speed. What are those called? The speed trains, speed bullet trains, or bullet trains? That's actually where we are right now. Okay, everyone is feeling it in different ways, different levels, but we are on the fast track. Because of where we all need to be by the beginning, by the end of this decade, basically. There are so many things that still need to occur, that we still need to come into consciousness with, that will support you in going through this a lot smoother. So breathe with me. Continue to focus on your breath. Continue to deepen your connection to your light. Inhale more of your light in every way possible. This is done through so many different ways. This is done through so many different techniques. There is so much to this process, guys. We get so caught up in so many different ways um, with just linear. There's only one way. There's only one thing I can do. There's only one way to breathe. Only one way to take in your light. Right? Only one way to connect. There's a gazillion of them. And one of the biggest keys is to continually open up to every single one. Just open up to a new one. Open up to a new one. Open up to a new one. Allowing more newness to come through means really observing yourself and where you're still keeping or holding on to the to patterns. Old patterns. There's new patterns, old patterns. Okay. One of the things that I've been a little more conscious about lately is really allowing myself to do things differently in a much more conscious way as often as possible. Because there's been things that have come through that I'm like, just recently it's been this awareness, this new realization of like, you're doing this there's a pattern here. You've been doing this in the same pattern. Or you've been doing this, you did this the same way, or you've been doing this XYZ thing the same way for a while. And so that realization has been very, very big for me lately, because now it's about breaking that. Okay, this isn't to say that I'm doing it wrong. There is no right or wrong here. This is just an observation for me, for you, for everyone, to start noticing where you are doing things in the same way or in the same order, maybe at the same time, because we have to open ourselves up to really feeling where we're still doing it from the same level of consciousness. Okay. And you can start to ask questions. Why am I doing this in the same way? Or why have I been doing this in the same way? Am I afraid of changing things up? Am I afraid that if I do it this way, it will be bad or wrong, or it won't work? Like, really start to open up to all of these introspective questions. And again, this will always be about diving deep. always asking more, always seeing more things within yourself about what you do. And so lately it's been like, okay, I'm going to do things a little different. Okay, I have. So this is just kind of random, just for kicks, sharing one of the things I was noticing that I had kind of the same pattern. Um, when I go into my mouth cleaning process, because right now with the braces, it's this whole ordeal. And so I noticed that I had this pattern going on of like doing things in the same order. So I'm like, you know what? And it's so interesting because when you start to become more conscious of this, guys, your whole body supports you in changing things up. So last night, I did something very unconscious that allowed me to break out of that pattern. But it was so interesting because my body was automatically doing something different, doing something outside of the pattern that I was doing it. And all of a sudden, like my mind kicked in. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I do this first. And it was interesting because I was starting to go back to the old. And then I stopped again. I'm like, wait a minute. No, 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 no. Your body was guiding you to do things different. When you went into your mind and you started thinking, you were going back to the old. And so in that moment, I was like, no, I'm going to continue to flow with my body. My body picked up the toothbrush first, which is not normally what I do, because my body was supporting me in breaking out of that pattern. I wasn't thinking, I was flowing, and my body was supporting me in this beautiful way. And so as soon as I came into consciousness and as soon as I realized that, I was like, just go with the flow and do it and break that pattern. Okay. This may seem to the closed mind the most insignificant thing, but I can tell you from an energy standpoint, from just the expanded state of consciousness, everything matters. There is nothing insignificant. There is nothing small. Every little change, every little breaking out of the old pattern that you can do, that you can allow, is huge, is humongous. It's tremendous. We really have no idea how much we do when we do that. And so that for me was just kind of like, oh, wow. Yes. Thank you, body, for allowing me, for showing me how to break this pattern and doing it more. Because I had been doing it more consciously, but we can always do more. We can always break more patterns. We can always do things differently because there's a gazillion ways to do every single thing that we do. And this is about opening up to that, opening up and exploring and venturing out into all of those gazillion ways that we can do things. Because that allows you to open you up, open your body more. This allows us to break out of the old, so unconscious and subconscious programming that we have going on. This allows you to support this process a whole lot more. Okay. And with the intensity of everything, because everything will continue to ramp up, it's going to be more and more and more important for us to be 1,000% in this process, 1,000% open and infinitely open to everything that will continue to occur, everything that will continue to transpire, everything that is going on. You don't have to know everything that's going on. Keep it super simple and just allow yourself to become more connected to your light. Become more connected to your breath in a gazillion different ways. Super, super important. So, just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you for anyone that's here live. For those that are here watching the replay, thank you as well. Nothing has come through, so I'm going to keep it short for you guys. Again, if you like to receive more support, if you like to receive bonus content, there's my Patreon link. There's my website for more private support for those that are ready to go deeper and deeper and deeper into your world, your body, your reality, what's going on, and how you can support yourself more. So, gonna do some more stuff for Patreon. I do have a new opportunity for those that would like to open up, check out the community. You can join in for free for 7 days to check out the content. A little bit of an update. I will be doing a live group meditation this Friday. I'll put it in the Patreon. That's why I'm kind of sharing more on inside Patreon right now. I'll be putting the link, the time for the meditation, the group meditation. And then on Saturday, I'll be doing a live group clearing and discussion call. That's all inside Patreon, just for my paid Patreon community. If you would like to get a feel for the content, the support, and the community, you're welcome to do the 7-day trial membership, and you'll be able to join us for the live group support session. So with that, thank you again. Sending you much love, sending you so much light, huge hugs, and I'll see you next time.